take you back in time to April Fool's Day. And I want to talk about a particular makeup release that had people questioning at the time, is this a joke? Are you kidding? Because this looks like it could be a joke. And the brand in question was Dior. Yeah, it still kind of is Dior. So on the 2nd of March, Trendmood posted this post showing a sneak peek at Dior's new, kind of, blush shades. And there was a bit of discourse, outrage, and some anger, should we say, in the comments. Someone saying, don't they already have these colours? I love a pink one, but come on, these are too close to the other ones they have. One user even saying, lol, this is the dumbest launch I've ever seen. Babes, we need Dior to get a little bit more creative. They look exactly the same as the other ones to me. They look like the original colours. Looks the same as the OG pink, but I'ma still buy it. And one comment saying, I thought this was an advanced April Fool's joke. Doesn't Dior already have these shades? Okay, now let's start from the beginning. This is Dior's Rosy Glow blush, and you may recognize it from just around. It became extremely popular online. Was it last year or the year before? Like some time ago now. I can't remember, all the years are a blur. All the trending products are a blur. And I'm not actually sure why it became so popular. I think it's because everyone said it, oh, it's Kylie Jenner's makeup artist uses this, which turns out they didn't. And it was one of the worst blushes I've ever tried in my life. Pigmentless, terrible texture, and I've also used it after the reformulation of the product, and it still wasn't great, I have to be honest. I do like Dior products, don't get me wrong. I love their face and body powder and their highlighters, but this blush is, or was, just shit, and it's $34 for a blush that's pretty small and actually pretty shallow as well at the same time. This is how Dior describes this blush, right? The iconic Rosy Glow blush is reinvented in a clean, and then of course there's a star because there's no, what's the word? Official clean, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Definition of clean. Yes, formula that blends seamlessly with the skin to flush the cheeks with an immediate healthy glow effect. Thanks to the Color Reviver technology, this powder blush reacts upon application, which I didn't even realize, with the skin's pH and moisture level for long wearing custom, it says, color. Ultra fine, lightweight texture. I'm agreeing with that because it's so fine and lightweight that you hardly see it on the skin. The color shades and the range are definitely not the most inclusive, and Dior have actually said themselves, we're actually releasing these 2 new shades so we can be more inclusive to everyone, to all our customers. So here are the 2 original, perhaps more popular shades, right? And then these are the 2 new shades that they're bringing out. So the difference is subtle. Right, very subtle. When you see them right next to each other, it is kind of obvious, you know, there is a kind of obvious difference, but people are saying, is this worth bringing out a whole new product to get this extremely subtle difference? And the difference isn't a new and improved formula, they've already did that. This is new shades. 3 theories I have here, right, about this blush. and I actually have them, so I'm gonna try them for you. They genuinely are trying to be more inclusive with these shades in a way. The 2 shades we're talking about, they're very pastel. Even on my skin tone, they were kind of white. However, there are some other shades within this range that look incredible on deeper skin tones, but everybody wants to wear bright pink, right? It doesn't just mean because you have fairer skin, because you have darker skin, it doesn't mean you don't want to wear these bright shades. And these shades on deeper skin tones pop and they look incredible. Everyone wants bright pink, everyone wants coral. So perhaps this is what Dior are genuinely trying to do, and I don't think what people have taken into consideration here with their outrage when it comes to these products is actually a subtle difference on a very fair skin tone or a very subtle difference on a deeper skin tone does actually make quite a huge difference. So what we're seeing as, oh, what's the purpose in that? Why the bother? They're not considering how this looks on skin tones that aren't theirs and how different they will look on skin tones that aren't their skin tones. The pink lilac does have a bit more of a purple tone to it. I guess it could be more inclusive for deeper skin tones. However, it is still verging a little bit on the pastel shades, and they do have a nice deeper purple as well, which I don't know if they've launched or they're launching already, but I do still question this one. The almost new shade is Poppy Coral, and I'm gonna put it next to the original that everyone was going on about it. These do look different enough to me. However, this one does look very similar to this one. So is it worth releasing this one? Maybe, we will see. My second theory here is that the blush has lost momentum in virality online. And as I said, it was like, you know, it had its crazy moment. So are they trying to give this blush a secondary viral moment, right? In the case where like people will buy the old one and they'll buy the new one because they look so similar, and it's content. I've got the new Dior blush, but it looks exactly like the old one. Let's try it out and see. You know, get that momentum going back, get the ball rolling back on these blushes, which I don't really think Dior need help with. But unfortunately, we live in a time where products like this, a lot of sales do come from virality of product online. Not only, but a large amount. My third is the same as the second, but rage baiting. Now, I don't think Dior would do this. I think it's kind of beneath them. But who knows what marketing teams are up to nowadays, you know? So rage baiting, for those who don't know, is a technique, which I think is still, people do it and I think it's unethical and stupid. It's a technique where they do something so wrong or so annoying, frustrating, that people have to comment on it. They can't help themselves but comment on it. For example, this is my rage bait section, right? Hey guys, today I'm trying this new cushion foundation. When you open it up inside, there's a pad here, and inside there is a cushion with loads of foundation on it. The rage bait in that would be my pronunciation of cushion being cushion, and people would be like, why are you pronouncing it like that? Why are you saying it like that? Is he serious saying cushion? I saw this recently with somebody doing this with Fanta, pronouncing it Fanta, and people went crazy. But it gets people commenting on it, it gets more discussion around it. So the rage bait here would be our brand new product looking exactly like the old one. Dior releases 2 blushes looking exactly the same as ones that already exist. People are mad about it, as we can see in the comments already on Trend Mood. What great content for people to try the 2 against each other. I'm gonna do that after I do this. People stay enraged in the comment section, people share it, people are like, why are they doing this? And you know, this also links back to the fact that a lot of sales come from people on social media platforms buying the products themselves just to make content with it. If they see that content is doing well in an algorithm, they're gonna go out and buy the blush as well, just so they can try it. We all know this happened with a mascara, where Michaela tried it, said it was a mascara when it was false lashes, and then everyone went out and bought that mascara. Whether they were rage baiting or not, that's a good example of how people will buy something to try it. This is the original pink, and this is the original pink lilac. You can see on the packaging, it's already different. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. This smells like, do you remember those dolls that were cupcakes and you turned them inside out and the top of the cupcake was their hat? Exactly that. Very fragrance. And I mean, I don't mind fragrance. Very subtle difference, but they are different. And like I said, this will be a bigger difference on fairer and deeper skin tones. Then we have original coral, which everyone is comparing the newer one to, which is poppy coral. Huge difference. Huge. This is more of a reddy orange and this is more of a coral orange. That's the difference there. To me, that's quite a significant difference. So I'm gonna try the pink ones because I just think it'll go nice with my purple look. And look, they've made a sale from me because I'm comparing them. Let's try the old one first, the old one. It's not the old one, it's not a replacement. I don't know why I keep saying that. So the original is going to be this side. And I have used this before and didn't like it. But we'll see. I'll give it time on the skin because it does claim to be like pH changing. It also says it has a glow to it, which I don't really see. Okay, let's not get carried away. That's the original. Let's go on with pink lilac. But you know what? There is a very, very subtle difference. Can you see it? No, there is. Trust me, there is. Yeah, I see it. So that looks a little bit more purple. This looks a little bit more pink. It's very subtle, but there is a difference. And I think on certain skin tones, the difference will be quite obvious. Not so much on me though. It's a very subtle difference. Very subtle. There is a glow on my skin, but that would be the highlighter that I have on underneath. It's very subtle. I actually quite like the pink lilac one. That's actually quite nice, and good thing that I like them because I now own them. But yeah, let me know what you think. Is there a difference enough for this to be a separate shade? I would love to know your opinions down below. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.